Students, now see the next activity 11.10. In this activity, what you have to do, you have to take the same plastic bottle. At the bottom, you have to just make 4 holes and you have to pour the water. So what happened? You have to observe that you have to pour the water more than half, and you have to observe that from the 4 holes, whatever waters are coming out, the speed of coming out that water is same or not. Let's see. Take an empty plastic bottle or a cylindrical container. You can take a used tin can or a used plastic bottle. Drill 4 holes all round near the bottom of the bottle. Make sure that the holes are at the same height from the bottom. Now fill the bottle with water. What do you observe? Do the different streams of water coming out of the holes fall at the same distance from the bottle? What does this indicate? So what it indicates? Liquids exert equal pressure at the same depth. So liquids exert pressure on the walls of the container. Yes. Do gases also exert pressures? Do they also exert pressure on the walls of their container? That also we can find out. When you inflate a balloon, why do you have to close the mouth? What happens when you open the mouth of an inflated balloon? Suppose you have a balloon which has holes. Would you be able to inflate it? If not, then why? Can we say that air exerts pressure in all directions? Do you recall what happens to the air in the bicycle tube when it has a puncture? Do this observation suggest that air exerts pressure on the inner walls of an inflated balloon or a tube? Then also the pressure, when the pressure increases in the inflated balloon, it will burst. So gases too exert pressure on the walls of their container. Next we will see atmospheric pressure. You know that there is air all around us, and this envelope of air is known as the atmosphere. And the atmospheric air extends up to many kilometers above the surface of the earth, and the pressure exerted by this air is known as atmospheric pressure. We know that pressure is force per unit area. If we imagine a unit area and a very long cylindrical cylinder standing on it filled with air, then the force of gravity on the air in the cylinder is the atmospheric pressure. But how large or small is the atmospheric pressure? Let's see. Take a good quality rubber sucker. It looks like a small rubber cup. Press it hard on a smooth plain surface. Does it stick to the surface? Now try to pull it off the surface. Can you do it? No. When you press the sucker, most of the air between the surface and the rubber sucker will move out. The sucker sticks to the surface because the pressure of atmosphere acts on it. To pull the sucker off the surface, the applied force should be larger enough to overcome the atmospheric pressure. This activity might give you an idea about the magnitude of atmospheric pressure. In fact, it would not be possible for any human being to pull the sucker off the surface if there were no air at all between the sucker and the surface. Does it give you an idea how large the atmospheric pressure is? Of course. If the area of my head were 15 cm into 15 cm, how much force air will exert on my head? The force due to air in a column of the height of the atmosphere and area is nearly equal to the force of gravity on an object, that is 225 kg. The reason we are not crushed under this force of gravity is that the pressure inside our bodies is also equal to the atmospheric pressure and balances the pressures from outside. We as a human being also faces the atmospheric pressure every time, but we as a human being will not crush. Why? The pressure outside and the pressure within our body, inside our body, will be opposite to each other and they both the pressures are equal. That's why they will cancel the effect of each other. That's why we cannot cross with this atmospheric pressure. This story you can read by yourself. Horses pulling the hemispheres, but it is not possible to pull because there is no air between these two hemispheres. When they combine together, all the air will be vacuum out and there is no air inside that hemisphere. So that's why it is not possible to separate these two hemispheres. So this is all about your atmospheric pressure. So here your chapter is over. Any query you can ask me. Thank you.